Chilling.
What's going on? Can you hear me? Because I know we on that West Coast time. We on 2 different coasts. So let me know if you can hear me good.
Oh, you good. You all good.
Okay, great. So I just want to commend you because as I've been doing my research on you, you've been involved in a lot of amazing projects and worked with a lot of amazing people, which allow me to get why they call you position, because you stay in great position and alignment in this industry. But I really want to know the backdrop to your story and why the name position.
You really know my body.
Yes. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
When I was a young dude, older cousins of mine and some friends had a crew. You know, back in the days, everybody had their little crew in school and all that. And my people just so happened to have a sex clique called Dicking Them Down. And
okay,
yeah.
Was this like the porn industry, or y'all was just out there freaky?
Nah, just some young dudes having fun. That's it. And you know, everybody was older than me. Like, you know, everybody at least had a good 10 years over me. But I was like a young dude. I was like 12, like 12, 13. And everybody in the crew had sex names. You know, Mr. Satisfied, Nympho, Daddy Longstroke. It was like 30 of us.
Daddy Longstroke. Hey.
Yeah. Like,
Daddy So what was this, like the West Coast 2 Live crew? Like what's going on?
Nah, it was literally just a bunch of just young dudes just having fun. My cousin Demeter used to throw a lot of like parties and block parties and stuff like that in the neighborhood. So, you know, it just came about with my people, Kobe and Andre, and, you know, they would, you know, go to the mall or go to certain functions, try to get at females, whatever. They'll play this game called Do the Honor. So whoever you point at, they got to try to get at the girl and, you know, whatever like that. And, you know, I start, you know, trying to be a little young dude, kicking it and whatever. And I remember my people Kobe was, you know, messing around rapping and saying everybody's names, and he just looked at me, and position came out of my mouth, and everybody just started like laughing and like, oh my God, that's a crazy ass name. So ever since I was 13, it's been stuck with me.
Okay. Now, was it because they caught you in the position, or it just came out like that?
It just literally just came out like that.
Okay. So you were saying that, you know, you guys were having events or doing events. So was that how the DJ aspect of your career started? When did that start? 'Cause it seems as though you started out as a DJ first, or was it a producer?
No, I started out as a rapper first. And, you know, being that I've been DJing for the past 10 years for one of the biggest rap groups of all time, the DJ overshadows what I've done. But no, I've started off rapping, and you know, once I got a little older and got to being around equipment and keyboard and stuff like that, some friends of mine ended up teaching me how to produce. I didn't start DJing until I started fucking with Bone Thugs and Harmony, which was 2011. So it's like, you know, 10 years to the date. And Crazy and Wishbone was going to Australia, and they didn't. So, you know, them, you know, being without a DJ, and they asked me to go to Australia with them, and I didn't know that I was going to be a DJ at all. I'm thinking I'm about to go open up, perform, and, you know, do whatever I do. And as soon as we get to the airport, they asked if I know how to work this piece of equipment, which was called a the instant replay. I'm looking at it right now. Still got it. And I never seen that shit before in my life. And you know, I had to literally fly 15 hours, get to Australia, had like an hour or two before I can literally study and see what the hell this shit does, which I still didn't know. First 5 days, I was fucking up like bad. And, but, Crazy and Wish saw something in me to where, they didn't tell me like, all right, yeah, that's enough. And I just kept on doing what I was doing. And yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's amazing because a lot of people when they put in those tough situations, some may fold, and not get it right,
Yeah.
and some people don't have the patience to deal with that, especially artists like the caliber of Bone Thugs and Harmony. But I seen that you work more with Crazy Bone, and you do have a little, melodic throat to you. You got a little singing to you.
Yeah.
You kind of remind me of, you give me Nate Dogg vibes, things like that. So how did that start? Like, you went from a rapper to having to be a DJ on the spot to humming tunes or singing lyrics. So how did that aspect, did Bone Thugs inspire that?
No. Growing up, they were always like, everybody was like my inspiration, if that's how you would want to put it.
Like who? Like, give me like a main one.
There is no main one. It would be. It depends on if you want to talk about singing. Then you could put Bone Thugs and Harmony in there, but then after Bone Thugs and Harmony, you would want to put Prince. You want to put Michael Jackson. These are the people that I grew up listening to. Parliament, that I've seen my older cousins and shit listen to. But then when you get into rap, it was, Snoop, E40, people like Jay-Z, Pac, of course, Pac and Biggie, of course. And, I'm just, inspired by a lot. System of a Down, which was a well-established, legendary rock group. That's where I got a lot of my harmony from with them. And, yeah.
So did you have to like train your voice? Did you go to like singing lessons to try to, perfect that craft? So this way, that tool could be sharp when you hit the stage, or it's just, gets better with time.
I've been just like any other kid, man. I've been mimicking whatever I heard on the radio, and I wouldn't stop until I felt like I perfected it, or at least got close to it. So,
What was the first song that you mimicked to get your voice right? And if you up to it, can we hear a little bit of it?
I don't remember. One dude I used to always try to mimic was "If This World Were Mine." That dude, yeah.
I will place at your feet. That's Luther. What you mean that dude? That's Luther.
Wanted to see if you knew what you was on, but it was kind of easy to me because it started off low and shit like that, and I just seen like I said, all my older cousins and uncles and all that shit, they was banging to it. So, yeah. So but other than that, it was literally just me mimicking a lot of shit. And once I got that right, it was like, okay. As far as the rap shit, it was crisscross, real life shit.
What? Jump.
Yeah.
Make it, daddy. Hey. You was wearing your clothes backwards too?
Hell yeah. I'm sure.
Did you have a hard time using the bathroom?
No.
Okay, you had that thing on pat.
Yeah, I was all right. I was all right, but yeah, like they came out and I remember them dissing this group called Another Bad Creation, and I was like, man, that's fucked up. Like, I was a kid. I'm like 8, 9 years old, and I used to like Another Bad Creation, And I was like,
Yeah, me too.
so I took their words and I dissed them. And I would go around school singing that shit. And he was like, oh man, that shit sound hard. And yada, yada, yada. And that's when I knew I could do something with rap.
Yeah. Now, to stay on that topic of, diss tracks, because it seemed like, especially back in the day, that's how a lot of people used to get on. Like, even with Salt and Pepper, they got at Dougie Fresh at the beginning. That was one of their first tracks to get seen,
Yeah.
and that was a trend. And back then, nobody took it really personally. Like, but then now, today, if you come straight out with a diss track calling somebody out, people be automatically to say, oh, you chasing cloud, or you being a hater and stuff like that. And I feel like it makes hip hop less interesting. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that those are one of the things that made hip hop lose its way? Because if you really look at it, when people used to call people out, is because they was at the top of the game, and it was like flattery.
Yeah.
But because it's hip hop, we calling you out on your shit because it's still hood and street. Do you feel like that's what hip hop is missing these days?
The thing that I feel like in that aspect hip hop could be missing is if you fall down, you got to get your ass up. Now, what a lot of people have seen over the years, being a fan of hip hop, is people that has ended people's career, or not just ended people's careers. Some of them, I'm not saying everybody, but some of them might have a little street cred and yada yada this, and somebody might come up with a couple funny lines, or some shit that make people laugh, and a lot of people can't take that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't take getting their feelings hurt, and you know what I'm saying? That's like somebody trying to clown Jamie Foxx, knowing goddamn well as soon as he clown you, ain't no stopping, and you have no get back. And some people can't take getting their feelings hurt, and that's when they take shit personal, and whatever. They don't understand the fun in hip hop, but it's always been a competitive sport. So
Yeah, I think it did take away the fun, and the upside to it still sharp and still. Like, hip hop always became interesting when people was battling each other, because it made you look forward to, like, somebody drop a diss track or whatever. Then just like, oh, what this person gonna say? Then we out here waiting for it. We waiting for the answer.
yeah,
And now everybody's so Hollywood, like the Drake and the Pusha T type situation. You got all these big heads in the background in your ear telling no, and don't do it like this, and
yeah.
the fans is out here waiting. Do you feel like that should change, or will it change?
It's always going to change. Hip hop, as well as life, is an evolving thing. Period. You know what I'm saying? When and I was young when it happened, but when the whole Tupac and Biggie thing happened, people was getting dissed. Then people was making diss tracks on each other. I mean, you had Ice Cube with No Vaseline, whatever, whatever. That
Yeah.
turned out to a fight. Nobody got killed, but then
Yeah, Cool J and Cannabis, which I felt
you know
like
what I'm saying.
Cannabis did a notorious job, and gained fans because of his answer.
Now look,
So
real life shit. We can jump on top of that. Cannabis got a little personal with LL Cool J on his diss shit. I don't remember the words, everything, but he got a little personal. But LL, the thing about LL, he's been in the game even at that time for so motherfucking long. Like, all right, nigga, I know how to get back at you. Like, I'm not finna fuck up my career, not finna fuck up my future because of my personal feelings. I get back at you on the mic, and that's what a lot of people crave, for this motherfucking street cred that they already don't have. A lot of people crave for this. Oh, you got to respect me and this and this and that, but you ain't showing motherfuckers, why they should respect you.
yeah,
Every
because respect is earned.
yeah, everybody. everybody is really just watching what other motherfuckers do, and they don't want to see themselves fail. You know what I'm saying? Because after that, then what? You know what I'm saying? If you can't figure out what's gonna happen after that, then some motherfuckers go up shit's creek.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like that kind of sportsmanship is instrumental to hip hop because you can't hide.
Yeah.
Really. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide, and it shows how creative you are as an artist, how diligent, persistent you are as an artist. And like I said, still sharp and still. That shit motivates you to get in the lab and get them bars tight
Sure.
and get that production tight
It's
so you can hit them on their ass
good, but it don't.
on the comeback, and we don't really see that these days outside of, the battle rap arena and stuff like that. You don't really see that too much.
Because everybody got that one punch. And if you learn how to use your defense against that, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine being in a motherfucking boxing match and you just got you got that one knockout punch, but this nigga steady jabbing you, and after a while, them jabs gonna start hurting. And you trying to swing where you swing and you miss, and everybody looking at you like, oh shit, and then you gassed after that. So, you gotta understand, everybody ain't the same, everybody ain't built the same, everybody can't talk the same. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody.
Yeah, you got to have tough skin in here, and I think that's kind of the reason why maybe hip hop came softer. Because even with like the Jadakiss and the Dipset verses, with the talk smack, like, I'm from the hood. Like, as soon as you step outside on your own and able to go outside on your own, you better have them snaps ready.
Yeah.
And I felt like a lot of people who wasn't familiar with that culture and stuff like that took it too personal. And I'm like, nah, they talking shit to each other. That's what it is. And people became too emotional about it. And the whole cancel culture thing and all of that.
Yeah.
So how are you able to maneuver? Because I mean, you come from Watts, that's the hood, and I'm pretty sure you had to have your snaps ready at a young age. So how, and you talk about you was there, during the East Coast, West Coast, even though you were still young, I was too, How do you maneuver with that mentality of back then? And how do you move around now with that mentality and being raised with real G's, basically?
I mean, it's a weird situation. I mean, first of all, I can say I'm blessed to move around with dudes that's been in the game for 30 years, so I know what and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? We all human. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna fuck up sometimes. But not only do I know how to move because of them, I'm blessed to be around other people. I'm blessed to be around other legends that move a certain way. We might do a show with Snoop. I sit back. I don't know Snoop like that, but I've seen him a lot. So I kind of sit back, peep how he move, and same as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I just peep game, and I act according to myself. As far as this whole cancel culture and all that, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody pissed me off to where I got to get at somebody's throat. So I don't know, because I might fuck around and say some bullshit just to piss their ass off. Oh my God, I can't believe you said this. Whatever.
I mean, and you work with legends that, are not really known for biting their tongue and, really out there, like Too Short and things like that. So, what is it a process when, you have to turn things on and off, or it just depends on who you're around?
I mean, even when it depends on who you're around, you still got to know who you're talking to, because you might be trying to just be yourself in front of who you think is your people, and they turn around and say, oh, Position says some bullshit, or, whatever. I would say it's a time and a place for everything. So, turn it on or off, but you can't turn being yourself off. And that's the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? Because through this shit, through this industry. Niggas got to be professional. Niggas got to, learn how to talk to people. You got to learn how to talk to your niggas. You got to learn how to talk to these corporate people. You got to learn how to do interviews. And it's a lot to multitask. But I've learned how to go through all that. Like I'm super laid back, even to be a watch nigga. I'm super laid back, and any moment something can go wrong. I might snap, but man, I just be wanting to have fun, and I don't let the bullshit. I don't take nothing personal. Like it is what it is.
Yes. And speaking of having fun, you are currently on a tour with Bone Thugs as well as TLC during, a world crisis.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what's that experience like? And what are some of the things that you notice that are different from performing in arenas now as opposed to post-crisis
Um,
or crisis?
you mean since we've been off? Because we've always performed in arenas.
No, I know that, but now this whole crisis, this world pandemic thing, changed a few things, but you are currently on tour. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, just
So is there like a difference in, the audience? Is there a difference in, how you go about setting up the production for the show? What is the difference from then till now?
I mean, the only difference is now it's like you kind of get leery on just, going out there fucking with the fans and shit like that because of the whole COVID shit, and I like to get out there and I like to talk to people. I, grab you, give you a hug. 9 times out of 10, well, I ain't had no Hennessy in about a year, but usually I'd fucking, pour everybody.
Why you ain't had no Hennessy in a year?
I had stopped drinking. I was losing weight on my little diet situation, and I just still ain't picked up the bottle. But
So you quit cold turkey, or you had to like go through a rehab or somebody to facilitate that?
no, I just woke up and said, nope, I'm not drinking no alcohol, smoking no weed. I'm not eating no red.
You not smoking no weed?
I am now.
Oh, cause I was about to say you on Lisa Legend. How the hell you do Lisa Legend and you ain't smoking no weed? Who does that?
I had to chill out, man. I had got to like 300 pounds, so I was like, man, I got to get this shit off of me. So it was just more about losing my weight. That's it.
Well, you had like a real munchy binge when you would smoke or something. It contributed to the weight gain.
Drinking and smoking makes me eat. So I was like, I can't. I got bottles of Hennessy and tequila sitting right by me. I can't do it because once I do it, I'm ready to eat everything. So I was like, man, let me just get this weight off. I want to look good. I want to feel good when I get back on stage. And yeah, I feel a whole lot better now.
So outside of abstaining from alcohol, what are you doing as well to further progress that diet or weight loss goals? Are you dieting, juicing? Tell us the secret, because people want to know this. Especially now with this crisis, a lot of people who were hit hard were people who were unhealthy.
Yeah.
And it seems like even with that, the lack of a healthy lifestyle is still under promoted. So can you try to teach the world or give some inspiration to those who may be listening with, your process and what you had to go through outside of just quitting alcohol?
Well, not to lie to anybody, ever since my birthday happened, I have been drinking. But it ain't no Hennessy, it's been tequila. But it's really a mental thing. And, like I've been telling myself for like probably a year, almost 2 years, that I need to lose weight. I need to chill out. I need to do this. But, the environment that we in, we want to hang out. We want to kick it. We want to, we want to do what we want to do when we out. It doesn't permit you to, have self-control. And that's really all it is. And, I looked at the pandemic as like, a gift and a curse. Because we can't be out here making money, taking care of the family the way we normally do. We got to find other ways. But then the first year I was like, fuck. I'm over here just eating, and I'm just eating, and I'm sitting here just making music, and I'm doing nothing but just putting weight on. And you know, I just kept telling myself, you know what, that's it. No more red meat, no more pork, no this, no that, no nothing. And you know, it was really just a mental thing, man. Like, you could exercise all you want, and then people exercise, but they not eating right. They like, well, why I'm not losing no weight? Why I'm not doing this? And
Cause you gotta put the Twinkies down,
oh, look,
especially you in California. So what is it, chicken and waffles?
no, I ain't never had that before.
No.
Never.
Oh my God, I thought that was like a religious food over there.
I mean, for other, man, I'm different, man. I'm so nigga, not nigga, if that's a word to put. Like,
Okay.
never had chicken and waffles. I'm allergic to watermelon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just super different. But nah, like, ever since I got off my diet, I'm about to tell y'all my secret. I've been for like 2 weeks straight. I've been eating motherfucking butter pecan root beer floats.
Wow, I love root beer floats with butter pecan. I gotta try that.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, this shit tastes kind of good. Like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, that's throwback for real because you don't hear people motherfucking talk about root beer floats and none of that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear that.
And look, I don't eat that shit. Like, I ain't never been into like root beer floats, none of that type shit. My son wanted butter pecan, so I'm just talking like, you know what? Let's get some root beer right quick, and did that shit.
You know what you should try, even though it may sound nasty, but it's so good. My Latin people know, especially Mexicans, they know. Vanilla ice cream with orange
Soda.
juice
Yeah.
or orange
Yeah,
soda.
I knew you was going with that. This tastes like the little French
Yeah.
and shit.
Uh-huh, that's popping. People usually hear that shit and be like, ew, that's not a good combination. You want to send me to the bathroom? I mean, anything you eat is gonna send you to the bathroom. It's supposed to. You're supposed to get rid of that shit after a while.
Oh,
I don't know why people,
oh, facts.
So
Oh, facts. But you know, yeah. Anyways, I be on my little sweet shit, but I'm back on because I need to be in shape for this TLC shit. Like, I seen Chili and I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker fit. I got to get on my shit and stop bullshitting because, you know, she got a 6-pack, an 8-pack. She out there.
and she still look 12.
Yeah.
Like I need her secret too.
Like, you know, probably wash her hair with chocolate African pride or some shit.
You know? Facts. Like I need that secret too. I need to talk to her and see what the hell she be doing. She be, I don't know, take showers in olive oil or some shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I need all that. I need that secret. Like, yeah, her shit is crazy. See you in AZ. But yeah, so other than that, man, yeah, I'm just trying to not eat as much as I used to. I used to just go hard, and then, you know, we drinking so much getting off the stage. You know what I'm saying? You tired, you hungry, you high, and it's like, let's go to the bar, let's go to the diner, let's do this. And now you're eating about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You still drunk as shit. Now you gotta lay down, and all that shit just laying on you. Then you're waking up and you're doing the same thing all over. And I'm like, nah, I don't need to do that shit. That made my ankles hurt. I don't need that no more. So now it's just like, you know, I had me like some eggs or some shit in the morning, just kind of chill, orange, and you know, something cool at night and be straight. I'm definitely not trying to eat rice and potatoes every day no more though.
Yeah. And how do you feel the difference when you do perform
Like,
as far as like being able to move across the stage, having more vigor, dealing with fans, even though it's still, at a minimum, but what does your body feel like now?
nah, it feels super good. You know what I'm saying? Like, being on stage before the pandemic, I would probably average anywhere between 270 to 280. And, you know, I'm on stage for like 2 hours, and I'm jumping and I'm singing and I'm screaming and I'm doing all this. So I would have to I would have to preserve energy just because I knew I would have to literally have breath control, and all this was, again, mental is up here. So I'd have to literally harness all that and make sure I use everything the right way. Which now it's like I go on stage and I be like, damn, we only been up here an hour. I don't feel nothing. Like no sweat, no nothing. I'm chilling.
The stamina. That's that stamina.
Yeah, that's what she said. So. So.
Booyah! And I'm pretty sure that changed there too, but I didn't want to go there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know,
trying to be professional.
Go, you know, we can go anywhere. I mean, you know, wifey ain't complaining. It is what it is. But you know, yeah. So now it's like, you know, I'm getting on stage, doing what I do, and you know, I see uniquely coordinated saying, "Talk about the new single." Definitely promoting the new single that's coming out. So. You know what I'm saying? We just having fun. That's it.
Yes, I kind of want to listen to the new single. Let me get it.
And I got a new dropping. I got another one dropping on the. Yeah. The songs and everything get hard. I'm gonna sit back.
So I have your music here, but I want you to tell everybody what's the next single that you're about to drop.
The next.
Well, I get it together.
The next single that I'm about to drop is actually not on that album. It's
oh.
Yeah, it's a single called "What I Gotta Do" with the homie Mr. Shadow from San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, dude's been in the game for some years, and you know, as far as like the Chicano rap and shit like that. And one of the homies linked me in with him, was like, man, I think it'd be dope that y'all do a song. I made the beat, and I just came up with a crazy ass hook. And, you know, it's crazy that you said I reminded you of like the Nate Dogg type shit, because I'm like on that super West Coast shit with this track. And, you know, he did his shit. I went in and did my shit, and man, it to me it sounded like a straight West Coast classic. You know what I'm saying?
So you sing, you were harmonizing, because I don't, you know, you ain't no R&B nigga.
No.
So you harmonizing on the track?
Yeah, I'm definitely, harmonizing, singing, whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely doing that.
So can we get a little taste of it, please? And don't give me no, and then it's over. Like, I want you to, you know, not like studio or performance, but I want to feel that shit. Can I get a little something?
What you mean, like studio performance type shit?
No, not like if you on stage performing it. I don't, you know, you ain't gotta go all out. But can we get a little something other than just above a little taste of the song?
Of the song? You know.
Yes.
Let me see if I can play that shit right about.
Shout out to Ohio in the building. Shout out to everybody tuning in right now.
So West Coast shit. I've been through better back without getting dirt and didn't need no water.
Hell yeah.
Cause I know I ain't promised tomorrow. You couldn't live my life if you tried. Walking in my shoes. I walk miles for miles without anyone, anything doing what I had to do. Here's a story about my life as I blow smoke in the sky. Doing what I had to do. No shit dropping on the 24th of this month.
Shout out to San Bernardino, California. Shout out to Arizona in the building.
That part. Yeah.
Fades hit the homies up. What up? Teacher always tripping on my weed smell. But she knew I wouldn't eat without a weed sale. So I tell her, I've been through hell and back without getting back and didn't need no water. I live my life day to day, cause I know I ain't promised tomorrow. You could live my life if you tried, walking in my shoes. I walk miles and miles without anyone, anything doing what I had to do. Here's a story about my life as I blow smoke in the sky.
Get it.
Doing what I had to do. Yeah, little dirty niggas sitting on the couch trying to figure everything out. Mama in the back with her friends, so I'm sneaking out the house, people trying to hang out. Watching all the fiends come up my block. My cousin selling rocks at the iRock. Looking at the holes in my clothes, you can see it down to the throw wings to a nigga sock. I'm a product to the 1st and the 15th. Food stamps with the book, gotta feel me. Things, rice and cheese, I don't never burn, nigga. Hustle like getting caught ain't my concern, nigga. Things running through the house, hands in the air. 6 kids, 3 years, putting foster care. Ain't nothing you can tell me, I've been through it all. Had to figure shit out when ain't no one to call. So yeah, you know.
Yes, yeah, that got that. That's real swaggy, real West Coast swaggy. I love it. Parking lot pimping. I can see everybody in the parking lots with they low riders vibing. Yes, it's a total vibe.
That part, yeah, man. So it was one of those things where when I heard the beat, I was like, man, I really like this, and it just brought me back to when I was a kid and just seeing shit, growing up, and I was like, yeah. But then when that hook started coming, I was like, ooh, yeah, there we go. That's gonna be some fly shit. So
Yeah, and you got an amazing ear for music, and a great producer outside of you just being an artist. It's like you well rounded,
thank you.
and those talents got you to work with iconic, groundbreaking people such as Nipsey Hussle. Can you please, share a few words or a moment in time of your experience working with Nip?
Yeah, and before I get to that, that track was produced by the homie Wise from Tiny Tsunami. That dude's a dope producer. Um,
Shout out to Tiger Tsunami.
Tiny Tsunami. His name is Wise. Um,
Okay.
so I was working on Kaz's album at the time, and I was working out of a studio in Culver City, California, and dude was like, we finna do a Dr. Dre tribute album, and I was like, all right, whatever, I'm just ready to work. So he just bought a, a bunch of Dr. Dre 2001 tracks, and he pulled up the Still DRE track. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a young homie Nipsey come through. It was way before anybody knew who he was. He didn't even have his first single out yet. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a homie Nipsey come through. I was like, all right, cool. So let's work. So, he pulls up, short hair, didn't have long hair, none of that shit. Had like a little afro. And quiet dude, you know what I'm saying? But, chopped it up with Kaz and, said what's happening with me, chopped it up for a second. And I just recorded his verse. He knocked his shit out in like a good 15, 20 minutes. Kicked it for a minute, then me and the homie Sloan just finished that shit off. And, the shit just came out of nowhere. I didn't even know when it was coming out. It just all of a sudden on YouTube. I was like, oh shit, all right, cool. So, it's a blessing to not only be a part of, anything that dude did, but to fly to Sweden with Crazy and Wishbone years later and happen to see this dude with his own slot doing. This is when he had the Hussle in the House. The Hussle in the House was out, and he had a couple mixtapes out, so he was really doing his shit. And I was like, damn, like this nigga doing it. And it's always a good feeling to see when somebody was doing their thing. And to become who.
When you first met him though, did you feel like he was gonna be a breakout artist like that, or you just felt like it was just another artist you was dealing with at that
I
time?
mean,
Did you know? Did you see that spark with him?
you don't never know. You know what I'm saying? And me being in the studio, I didn't seen and heard a lot of people with the look, with the voice, and you don't ever hear from him. You can definitely tell he had that voice. He always had that voice. You know what I'm saying? Again, as far as looks, you know, he just looked like one of us. You feel me? So you just never know, but you could definitely tell he was hungry. That's what I can tell you. Like, he was always looking to learn from something, somebody, and it showed, man. You know, he became who he was.
Yes. Is there anything you took away from his legacy? You know, because unfortunately, you know, we all lost him. Not just the hip hop community, the black community as a whole, and the world. You know, um, looking back at that situation, is there any lessons that you learned or things that you took away from that that helps you in honing your craft today?
I mean, yeah, a lot. I mean, you know, just I feel like we both had that same drive as far as just doing music. He took it a step further. I ended up taking a different direction, going to DJ for Bone. But just, you know, be on your shit, man, and stay on your shit. Like, don't let up, don't let off. Like, it don't matter if motherfuckers understand it. If they don't understand it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of people that tell you what they can't do. It's like, all right, shit, move. I do it myself. I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I did take from him. And again, by me seeing him literally in a whole nother country on his own accord, like, you know, by him, it was just him and two homies that I remember. And I'm like, this nigga doing it himself. That made me feel like, nah, just stay on their neck. Shit gonna happen.
Now, as far as like, I kind of want to stay on the Cali vibe because there's a lot going on in California, which I'm kind of proud of you guys. You know, y'all fighting the great fight, you know, with all these mandates and stuff like that. You know, the people of California came together and said no. Now it's no, I'm pretty sure it's no temporarily, but can you give people such like myself that's on the East Coast? I'm in Harlem right now.
Yeah.
Can you give some of us like a little personal look into the California vibe right now, you know, trying to overcome these horrific, you know, obstacles and stuff like that. And can you let us know how does that either inspire or affect your music that you're currently producing?
I'll answer that question backwards. Um,
Okay.
it's affecting music with people to, you know, sit your ass down here, get shit done. But now a lot of motherfuckers know it ain't no guarantee that you're gonna get paid doing this. So you gotta figure out different streams of income. You gotta go out there and get your hustle, because it's like, especially after being off a year and a half now, if you ain't found no other way to make money, you just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely hard to get a job, you know, leaning into the other situation, how people dealing with it. A lot of motherfuckers is just like everywhere else in the world, they're scared of this new strain, where I call it this new flavor of fucking, because they're coming out with fucking strains like flavors, like 31 flavors and shit. But, you know, some people are scared. Everybody use their mask, but then there's some people that's like, and you know, they try to say it's white people, but it's black people, it's Mexicans. They walking around like, fuck that, I'm taking my mask off, and you know what I'm saying? It's weird to me because, you know, they're telling you you need to get the shot, you need to get the shot, but why is it they're saying you need to get the shot, but not everybody on their team has the shot? You know what I'm saying? So some people's doing it. Some people say they ain't doing it. And, you know, it's a weird, weird fucking time because we don't know what the fuck they putting in our body. And
Well, for me, that's the problem that I'm having. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, what I'm trying my best not to look for the right words, because I know sometimes they shadow ban and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to find the right words to address it. You know, at the end of the day, they released this to the people.
yeah,
I mean, we could sit here and talk about it and how and what or whatever.
for sure.
And I feel like it's terrible, especially us. You know, especially us in the historical nature of us dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? How are we constantly looking to the problem for the solution? And if they can mandate something like this, especially if they don't know what's going on, they could tell you to do anything, and we have no choice but to bow down to it.
Oh,
And I really,
I was about to say, some people will bow down to it, but not everybody gonna. Some people want to fight just to fight. Like, fuck you and whatever you trying to place on me. Like, no, I'm not doing it. And I think everything is a facade. I think it is something bigger that's going on.
it
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
You know, I released information. They're about to turn people into cryptocurrency. I don't know if, people will believe what I would say or whatever, but there is patents and plans. I posted it, those kind of posts get shadow banned on my page, when I, speak the truth. But I feel like it's my duty, because biblically they say you got to pull your people out of the fire. I mean, some people are going to comply and go with the flow of things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when does that end? And I'm looking at other countries, and they waiting for us to pop off, especially in Australia. They wait because they like, I remember I seen a post and it was like, American people, remember who you are.
Yeah.
Remember who you are. I mean, even though we talk about the government, but I mean, that whole process of the development of America was a big ass rebellion.
Yeah.
And we need to get back to that. Like,
Well, that's what I was about to get at, is the fact that it's so much shit going on, you just don't know what, you know what I'm saying, between diseases with this pandemic, between wars, motherfuckers losing their jobs and houses. There's so many people dealing with homelessness, and it's so much going on. Then they try to keep you distracted with everything. It's too much going on, man. So it's a fucked up time, but at the same time, I feel like we're getting to a point where we can rebuild.
yes, destroy this shit and rebuild it. And I think I think, the best things grow out of darkness.
Yep.
I grow plants and stuff like that. So I get that mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I see it every day. And I don't really feel no type of way, truly. I just know that we're gonna have to endure a few more fuckery before we get to the final stage. But they can't win. It's too much demonic shit going on.
Yeah.
Unrighteous stuff going on. And I really feel like we're gonna absolutely be on top, because this is where we be our most creative. And us, outside of all these other things, we had no choice but to make do and make the best out of shit. We have a history of that shit.
Yeah.
We don't have the luxury of fleeing and seeking asylum and doing all that other shit to find a better way. We had to make that shit. We had to create that shit. And I really feel like this is another defining moment in history that really gonna prove what we really made of. But this time is gonna be undeniable. Like, you can't,
Yeah.
deny us that.
I do agree with you. It's gonna be some fucked up shit that's gonna happen, but we'll get through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front, man. I'm honestly blessed that we are able to be on tour, because all of this shit going on, and numbers rising, which I believe a lot of that shit is inflated. But
Me too. I always said that shit. But thank you.
you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of questions I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 200 countries in this fucking planet. How the fuck did that shit get to all 200 countries so fast? Some of these countries you can't even get to. You know what I'm saying? So that's why That shit is a pandemic. That's what I feel. But
And and I feel like they, using a lot of shit under the guise of racism, especially now with the, this administration trying to bring in UN troops. But I feel like that's a guise to disarm the people,
yeah,
because unlike other countries, America has the right to bear arms. And once you take that away, how are they going to defend themselves from tyranny?
it's
I mean, that was the whole point to the Constitution. Because, like I said, America was developed under the rebelling against Britain. You know what I'm saying? So, they put those things in place just in case shit like this happening.
yeah,
So when, they just trying to use that racism card, as a guise, because, we emotional about that
yeah.
shit.
It,
So we're going to be for it. But in hindsight, that's just the fuckery.
yeah,
They're going to use our emotions to fuck
I've
with us.
always felt like racism is a tool that people don't understand. Is even white people don't understand it's a tool. You know what I'm saying? And it's business. It's like big business in racism, and a lot of people don't understand that type shit. It's fucked up, and you know what I'm saying. The racism that they instilled in us 400 years ago, whatever you call that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's still working on us now.
Yeah.
Niggas can't stand each other. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as one do something where they feel like they finna be free, or if they feel like now it's like if they finna come up or make some money, it's another nigga that's willing to tear their ass down. You know what I'm saying? Instead of working with each other. And
Yeah, and I feel like now, like how before this situation, everybody used to always complain how, oh, we need to stick together, we need to stand and unite. And I feel like ain't no time better than right now. Because let's look at it. 10, 20, 50, 100 years from now, when our children and our grandchildren are reading the history books, what is that shit going to say about us in this moment?
that's real shit. Real.
What is it going to say that we folded and submitted to a technical slavery, or did we beat that shit? Did we overcome it like how we did everything else?
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. When my kids and my grandchildren are talking about this time in history, what are they going to say about us? That's why, if you are listening after we do the show, I'm going to log off this live, but I'm going to start a new live because I have a message to the OGs. I really got some concerns. I got questions too, because we ain't had no real leadership outside of the late 60s and 70s.
Yeah. I
And
was gonna get to, because I remember I heard you talk about it before I jumped in, and you know, it's that to me is just the top two things. Niggas fear for their life, niggas want money. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime and every time you get like a conscious rapper, and that's the reason why gangster rap is so on top now. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you get a conscious rapper and the Public Enemies or shit like that, you know what I'm saying, that's willing to shake some shit up. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, ain't nobody ever had the balls to say Elvis was racist and fuck him and John Wayne and all that type, even though John Wayne is a fucking fictional character. But, you know, the people that control the narrative are the ones that's like, wait a minute, fuck that. No, they gonna learn too much. They gonna rebel against us too much. No, you know what I'm saying? Then you got people like Martin Luther King, and I'm pretty sure you had people before him that tried. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people like Rosa Parks. It's like, nigga, I'm not going to the back of the motherfucking bus. My fucking feet hurt. I'm only going up a couple blocks. I can sit here, and made a big issue. Good thing she was a part of the NAACP to make awareness about it.
make it pop.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure it was plenty of other people that got fucked off trying to do the same shit she did. You know what I'm saying?
That's the scene in Barbershop. Cedric the Entertainer was saying that. Shout out to Ice Cube.
Yeah. If we can control at least a piece of the narrative,
I'm about to throw Bill Cosby in there. And, you know, he was trying to buy NBC or whatever the fuck. Do you know that is old money? That's old money. That's old listeners. That's old viewers. You know what I'm saying? Persuasion is a motherfucker because a motherfucker be feeling this way, but if you put it in somebody's head for so motherfucking long, like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe this is right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You,
And honestly, you seen that girl they accused him of, the last chick with the thick neck? I don't believe he did that shit. Like, it's no
tell
way.
you this.
It's no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. It can't be. Come on. Come
Let me
on.
tell you this. When one is guilty, all is guilty. I'm not saying he ain't give these bitches drugs and fuck the shit out of them. And I'm not saying the bitches didn't ask for it either.
Mm-hmm. Cause that ain't nothing like seeing a nigga. Well, I don't do lean, but I know, that's popular
Yeah.
with the newer generation and shit like that. That's nothing like me going to a dude house and he got the Leaves of Legend with some Hennessy and we getting right to get right
Hey,
though.
see, that's what
It's no
you like.
different.
But you know what I'm saying? You end up doing that and then you see this nigga get right with, feel me? You see this nigga get right with about 30 other bitches and you thought you felt special and it's like, oh shit. No. We out here, we kicking it, we having fun and you know what I'm saying? Or not even saying that some of them females didn't want it. They thought they was gonna, just go over there and kick it.
Bill Cosby,
No.
Stage 54.
I listen. I'm not taking up for him, and I am at the same time. But it's like, there's some people that just came there just to get fucked up, and a lot of people overdo it. Like I was in a certain city a couple weeks ago, and I was with a certain individual, and she was already drinking. This chick's cute. She was already drinking, and I'm cool with, kicking it with people, having fun and talking and clowning and all kind of other shit. But then, once she started blowing and, once she got high enough, we're in a room full of people. And she just got on the couch and just went to sleep. And I'm like, that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the chick, she cute as fuck. We don't know everybody in this room and what their intentions are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you over here, oh, man, I'm gonna just lay out and just, you know what I'm saying? And there would be one nigga that'd be like, oh shit, she fucked up. Let me go over there and see what's happening.
Take advantage, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up niggas like that. There's some fucked up bitches out there too like that. Trust me, I done met a couple bitches that took advantage of niggas. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It just be like that.
I mean, girls don't do raping, but they rape them pockets. They run up in them pockets.
I done seen bitches. I don't know if you want to call it raping, but I done seen bitches take the dick. You know what I'm saying?
Really? But see, I don't get that. Cause like, how you taking dick, right? And the nigga fucked up. Like, don't you gotta be hard for that shit? Like, what are you bumping coochies on his soft? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know, man, but it's just one of those things where bitches do all kind of shit, and you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Like getting pregnant is a sport for some bitches. It's like, oh, this nigga popping. Oh, he making this. Oh, he getting a contract for that. All right.
So how do you stay focused? Because earlier in this interview, you said you got a wifey
Yeah.
and you currently on tour and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there's people, I'm not trying to start no shit. I hope wifey not looking, but I'm pretty
Don't
sure
matter.
people throwing pussy at you. How are you able to maneuver through that, especially with the climate of cancel culture and, people looking for a lick and to come up?
If they throw it, I'll catch it, hold it, throw it back in the water. I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Nah, like real life shit. I'm chilling. I could kick it with people. I done been around this shit for so long, man. And I'm not saying I'm not human. I'm not a, a normal dude. Like, I get turned on just like anybody else. But, you start thinking after a while, like, this bitch don't want nothing but to waste my motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? Because after I fuck, it's gonna be a certain amount of time, and then you gonna leave. You gonna either tell your friends or you gonna fucking call me, and I'm gonna block you until I get back to your city, and that's just a waste of time to me. So I just want to have fun while I'm there. I'm chilling, make my money, make sure everybody have a good time, and I do what I do.
That's right. And I think more men should have that mentality, especially people in the entertainment business. Because I defend Bill Cosby to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? But amongst us, fuck it, I'ma just let it be known. You wouldn't be going through that shit if you were just fucking your wife. Then you wouldn't have no other bitches talking about, oh, he fucking Quaalude. Bitch, take a Quaalude and call me in the morning, bitch.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have that.
but everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not perfect at all. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but everybody's different. Some people like having fun. There's some motherfuckers that got open relationships. There's some motherfuckers that go out there and cheat and come back like nothing. And there's a lot of females that do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? That I literally witnessed bitches leave they dude or they baby daddies and start a whole nother relationship. And it's like it's weird, but it is what it is, man. And I'm comfortable being me. I just don't want the bitch to be all on my motherfucking Instagram talking about he said he loved me. No, I didn't, bitch. I said I got love for you.
Nigga, I was coming. Don't take that shit personally, okay?
I got love for you, bitch. I put love into you. Like, nah, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Not to even put my little secrets out there. It's like I don't want to be fucking a bitch, and then all of a sudden the bitch think like, oh, we finna be together.
We go together, nigga.
Nah.
You had me bent over, crazy. We go together now, nigga. What?
Yeah, nah, it's not.
You ever had that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's why I'm like,
you my mans now. You my mans now.
that's cool, but you're gonna have to kick it with her too because she coming. So if I'm your man, that's your girl because I'm trying to kick it with her. And some people just do that. They'll chill. Like, all right, cool. They'll be, they'll wait in the room while you're in the bathroom with a bitch. Like, all right, I'll wait till he get done and then I'm gonna kick it with him.
I don't get it that though. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I'm still young, but I got like a lot of old school ways. So, certain things I just don't understand. Maybe, I mean, I'm open minded to shit, but I just don't get certain things. And, I get when people like in the entertainment business as well, you have to have, especially when you're dealing with an artist, you have to have thick skin. You have to be very secure and strong, or it'll break you. Like if you are a super emotional woman, that's gonna break
It
you.
can. You know what I'm saying? Like, like there's certain females. I say the bitch that I had before. I don't know why I call her a bitch, but whatever. Fuck her. Um, um,
And did it end well? That don't sound like it ended well.
nah. But yeah, the chick I was with before, if a female looked at me, if a female said hi, like we argue, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna be around a lot of people. You either gonna have to deal with this shit, and this is way before I start fucking with Bone. And versus wifey, I remember doing a show, and we was Santa Cruz, and we was in Santa Cruz, and there was a female that was standing right next to wifey, and the female was like, "So which one you trying to talk to? Whatever, whatever, right?" And she was like, I don't know, you know, I'm just here chilling. Email pointed at me like she was trying to get at me and shit. So she just played it off. She's like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Not knowing that, you know, that's wifey and shit. So she just played it off like, you know, it is what it is. That's the coolest shit about it, you know.
So what she do? What do wifey do though? Like
Nothing.
that's
She
interesting.
just kicked it and let her do her shit until I got off stage. And, you know, then she understood that I was wifey once I gave her a hug and kiss and all that bullshit.
She ain't try to swing on her, nothing.
You better not. You ain't finna embarrass me.
Ah. But I mean, that's an about because like some girls be out of pocket. Like some girls need a
Yeah.
little, you know, like you know how the TV when it fucks up, you hit it on the side and they get back together.
What you want, an
Some
old
people
ass?
need that little,
You want an old ass flow model and shit? Nah.
you know, yeah.
But no, it's just one of those things. Like you just said it yourself. You have to be secure within yourself. Just like I know for a fact when she go out, it's gonna be niggas on her bumper. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not saying I'm nowhere near the cutest nigga in the world, but I know there's gonna be females trying to talk to me, and she knows that. So, you know, she ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? As long as these bitches ain't grabbing on my dick in front of her, she ain't tripping.
Yeah, because girls be, especially when you on that stage, they grab it for everything. Yeah.
Yeah. She cool, man. Like, trust me when I say she done seen some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, long as I ain't disrespecting her like that, she cool. You feel me?
Yes.
It's
More men need to have that kind of.
real life shit. This was a long time ago. That was she was pregnant with my firstborn, and thank you, bro. And
There
she
was.
was 8 months pregnant with my firstborn, and a female came up to me and literally tried to snatch me out of her hand. Like, you coming with me? And I was like, bitch, what you doing?
That's that California water. Where y'all at over there? Y'all gangsta over there. I need to come out.
Like, it was crazy. But, you know,
I think New York got too small for me. I need to come to Cali because y'all waterway thug life.
I remember I used to want a New York chick and just never happened. So, whatever. Don't matter.
I mean, since it seems like, you know, y'all like other women, maybe you have luck one day. You know, you come to a
I
city,
thought I was
come to
always
the city.
I thought I was always too laid back for like New York chicks and shit like that.
I mean, New York chicks like laid back dudes, but you gotta be, I don't know. I think what I've noticed, you know, New York women like their men swaggy,
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
But then now, I don't know because I don't know. I don't know what like. I'm just getting familiar with that new market is like. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you put your business out there, I'm gonna put mine. Like, I'm. I just got out of an 8-year relationship, so I don't know. Like back
Congratulations.
then, you know, women used to go after men's men,
Yeah.
like you know,
God, yeah,
people who
yeah.
need. Now I don't know. I just see a lot of beta males around. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, like a lot of timid niggas and shit like that. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so I don't know. Wait, let me put my. Yeah, so I'm not gonna hold you too long, but this is an interesting conversation. I'm not gonna even hold you. But
But
what's next? Like you got the new single dropping.
yeah. Uh
Yeah, you got Changing Faces already out, you know, which is very dope. And I noticed in that album that you talk a lot about, you know, people switching up, people
yeah.
front end chasing clout. We talked about chasing clout earlier. Yeah, so what's next? You currently on tour. So what's next?
Um That's a lot that's next. I just got out of the studio with Crazy Bone. He's working on a new album called Crazy Melodies. I'm co-producing a track with the homie Wise that he's putting out with this dude from Grenada named CJ, dope singer. I'm putting another album out hopefully next month. I'm gonna just be on the bus recording. I'm just throw it out, and I'm also working on an '80s album, which I'll be just a lot of singing, a lot of harmonizing. I don't think I'm gonna be rapping at all.
And yeah, just keep going, keep going. Lyrical Cardio 2 coming out. Just work.
Yes. So what's like, why 80s?
Um,
Because that's not even considered the golden era of hip hop. It's really the 90s, you know, as far as like fan culture. So why 80s?
if you heard me, I said I wasn't even gonna be rapping. I'm
Oh,
singing, so it's more like I don't even want to say too much of the feel of the album, but it's definitely gonna be like some of that underground, some of the not the pop disco that you hear that everybody's trying to recreate. It's gonna be some other shit. It's gonna have some feel good music. It's gonna be like it's gonna take you to the 80s, but it's gonna bring you up to the future at the same time. It's gonna be dope as shit. I already got half of it done.
I can't wait to hear that. Now, you spoke about some of the people that inspired your career, like Luther Vandross, but I'm gonna get a little
Oh
messy.
wait.
Just for fun.
I forgot not to cut you off. Um, Lazy Bone and HC the Chemist has an album coming out. And I am on a track on there. I don't even know what the name of the song is, but just look for HC the Chemist and Lazy Bone. And they just wanted me to do the hook. And the hook came out fucking fire. Shit came out crazy. But yeah.
Can you sing a little bit of the hook?
Um, I sing a part of
Do it, do it, do it.
not the hook, but I'll go, today I woke up on a good vibe. Thank God it kept me alive. Not, shit like that.
Get it. Yes.
So what you getting messy about?
Okay, so
Get messy. I prefer messy.
yeah, okay. So you talked about people who inspired you.
Yeah.
I usually ask that to artists, who's your top 5 dead or alive? But
Yeah.
I really don't want to go there with you. I want to know who's your bottom 3 you felt like should have never touched the mic.
That I felt should never touch the mic. I ain't never thought of that. That's crazy. But what's even crazier is the fact that growing up, I've even learned to appreciate the worst songs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you ain't never won a Frisbee, a CD, or MP3? You ain't never won a Frisbee, one of them shits like how Cleo did and set it off like trash, trash, trash.
I mean, for me, the Frisbee or CD, that means I'd have to buy it. Laffy Taffy?
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love
That's
it.
about as far as I could go. But but even then, they made motherfuckers laugh and dance. So, they made their money how they made it. So,
So give me 2 more. Give me 2 more people that you feel like should have never touched the mic. Like you heard them on the radio and was like, what the fuck is this shit?
honestly, I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. I think Laffy Taffy would be top 1. And then they came out, Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. And it's fucked up because I still remember the fucking song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, that's going to take me a minute. We're going to have to do a part 2 so I can.
Let's go. I'm always here. We family now, so yes.
Yeah, I definitely listen, who was the fucking shittiest ass rapper ever? Yeah.
You know somebody. You probably just being politically correct.
Not even that. Not even that. I'm literally trying because like back in the day, a lot of people, and I'm gonna just throw his name in. A lot of people felt like E40 was whack.
I honestly, when you brought him up, I sucked my teeth a little bit in the back, but I ain't want to show it.
You know what I'm saying?
I kind of do though. And I'm shout out to the Bay Area. It's not even no beef with y'all, none of that. But I still don't get it.
But see,
Even with the Big Sean, I ain't fucking with you track. He could have been off that track. Like I felt like, why?
Made that track what it was.
You think so? Well, you can, so that's biased.
No, that's not even being biased. It's the fact of you know, our ears is just a little different. You know what I'm saying? I've always been in the fast rap, but then, you know, especially then when he was younger, his like when I first heard him, I was like 12, and you know, he was just going super fast to fast beats. Like when you hear Bone, they're rapping fast on slow beats. When you hear Twisters, you know, normally he's rapping fast on slower beats. You know what I'm saying? But he was doing some regular tempo type shit, and he was still, you know, I'd be more hipper than the hippopotamus. Get off your head like a neurologist. All that.
But he sound like he's stuttering, like he got a speech impediment. And then I don't know. Sorry, Callie, please don't. I love y'all, I really do. But E40,
But you
I never got it.
because my cousin, the one that actually put me up on E40, he kind of felt the same way. And you know, once he got high, he took the tape home, not CD, tape, and he got to playing the shit, and he was like, "Oh, this nigga spitting game." You know what I'm saying? Like once you got past of what you don't understand, that nigga was spitting like super street knowledge, and you know how to throw off the police, and you know talking about drought seasons and just all kind of shit that was going on in the hood. And it was like, oh, okay, like, you know, not to even ride the nigga coattail, but a lot of this slang that everybody says from East Coast to West Coast, all that shit originated back to the Bay. I'm not even gonna just say E40. A lot of that fucking slang originated to the Bay because that's how they just spoke, and you know, and that shit resonated. And I felt like, honestly, I felt like if E40 was signed to a motherfucking Interscope or Universal or some shit like that, other than Jive, maybe his career and his perception would be a little bit different because he'd have been marketed different. You know what I'm saying? It was
Maybe. I mean, but the level of his career, I don't know how y'all felt on the West Coast, but over here, he is a legend. Like people definitely understand, you know, E40. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's
but
taking,
it took
but
it
I
took
still don't get
it
it.
took,
I'm sorry.
that.
I'm gonna give it another try. Just because you said that shit, I'm gonna really dig deep and really try to uh
Now,
understand him and
we can
his
sit,
music. But
we can sit, we can chop it up after this, and I'll just play some shit. And you be like, okay, yeah, I get it. The main thing you don't get is his voice and his cadence.
yes,
Rap, his voice and his cadence, because you know you so used to hearing that dominant male driven type of voice. And you know when he comes in, it's like, nigga, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? But
yeah, I think that's what it is. Cause it's like I don't know, like, and I would never not say he's not legendary. No,
yeah,
he's he's definitely legendary. I will never take that away from him.
definitely
It's just I wasn't never one of those who I was just
never
I don't know.
never got it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he ain't spitting no shit. I'm not saying he don't got a great story to tell. I'm not saying that at all. It's just like you said, maybe the sound of the voice, the delivery, the style and the flow. It never resonated with me ever, ever. I never heard an E40 song and be like, yes. I never did that.
Yeah, but see, I never looked forward to going to the club to hear E40. Banging them in my car all day, banging them in the house all day. You know what I'm saying? Chopping it up with the homies, talking about some shit, and listen to what the fuck you saying all day. So it's like it's different shit for everybody. Just like, you know, a lot of people in the South and in the Midwest love Gucci, but other people around is like, what the fuck is this nigga saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody got.
Yeah, I'm more of a Jeezy fan. I'm
See
sorry.
what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, I like some of his songs, but you know, like when they had the verses, you know, comparing, you
Oh
know,
yeah, nah,
other
yeah.
artists of his time, yeah, I think Jeezy is hard as hell. Like I love
But
his flow, I love his delivery,
See,
everything.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Jeezy was marketed way different than Gucci ever could have been. Gucci had to do everything independent. Jeezy got signed to Def Jam or whatever he got signed to, so he had that machine behind him. You know, and Gucci was on some shit like, nigga, I do this my motherfucking self. Nigga, I put out 100 mixtapes in 1 year and they gonna fuck with me because I'm a street nigga. Now, my niggas who gonna ride with it, you know what I'm saying? They might be lean sippers, they might be, you know what I'm saying, doing cocaine or a whole lot of weed or whatever they do, but because of what he's saying, they gonna resonate with it. They gonna be like, man, I rock with this nigga, I fuck with this nigga, you feel me? So it's really on. That's the main point I was saying, and I'm glad that we did bring up Gucci and Jeezy because it's the same shit versus to me like a motherfucking Snoop Dogg and an E40. You know what I'm saying? Because Snoop Dogg, of course, Snoop is Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I even say Too Short and Snoop. I mean, Too Short
Yeah.
E40. You know what I'm saying? They both.
But out of those two, I think
You would definitely
uh
fuck with Too Short first. I get it, right?
yes, I would. Because not trying to take nothing from Uncle Snoop. I love me some Snoop. But he's better of a character now as opposed to an artist. Like, I'm not running to get his album or stream his shit or none of that shit. Doggy Style, yes. Maybe like a few singles after that, yes. But I don't know.
Um,
Don't kill me, Callie, because I want to smoke with y'all. Please.
man, look, I mean, Snoop is
But that's the uncle though. Like you can't take that. Like I said, you can't take shit. And he's the hardest working man. That nigga be all over the
man.
fucking world doing mad commercials and all kinds of shit. Like I love to see him,
Snoop
but I don't know if I'm streaming him.
Snoop Dogg is Coca-Cola right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop Dogg, the name will be here long after he's gone. Literally,
Yes.
Pepsi is Coca-Cola, and there's Snoop. You feel me?
Yes.
I mean, we will always remember the motherfucking. We'll always remember the motherfucking Doggy Style.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's a Dr. Dre production. Dr. Dre put his all in that. Him and Dad, they put they all in that shit. So it's a different situation. And then when they ended up leaving, Snoop did what he did, but it just wasn't that. You know, he still went platinum when he went over to Death Row. When niggas heard, fuck them other niggas, because I'm down for my niggas.
Yeah.
Still Snoop. When you heard Bitch Please, I was still Snoop. But it's like, you know, the nigga been in the game 30 years. Nigga, I'm here trying to make money. I still love doing music. I still love doing what I do. But nigga, it's time for me to cash out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You know, because, you know, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Snoop, but
yeah,
like,
we
all right,
remember
for example, like Nas,
uh
he just dropped the album, right?
yeah,
Niggas is running to stream that.
yeah.
I don't think niggas is running to stream Snoop. But I love you in commercials though. Like I want to see you make edibles with Martha. I want to see that shit. You know, I want to see all the kooky stuff that you do. But ain't nobody running to go stream his music unless he got like some undeniable single. But
No,
I doubt a whole album.
it's not even about that. It's about having your core fan base. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All them days of
Yeah.
selling 5-6 million albums and all that type shit, we get it. It's gone. But I bet you a motherfucking $1 million, and I ain't got $1 million on me, that it's gonna be 1 million people that streams his shit at least one time. That's all that matter. They gonna stream his shit at night. Is they gonna rock to the shit all day? No. But they gonna be like, you know what, let me just give it a listen. They gonna get their opinion about it. He got his stream. He made his money. And he gonna do his motherfucking shows. He gonna do what he do. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, he ain't 20 no more. We not 20 no more. So it's like, The same way I can say you're not streaming Snoop, are you streaming the next Migos album like that?
No.
Are you streaming Lil Uzi Vert like that? No.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I can count probably 3 to 4 people that you'll check out. Which
Yeah, like I'm dying for that new Kendrick.
I probably show you.
I'm dying for that shit. I'm thirsty now.
Yeah, like I'm probably sure you done already checked out Drake shit.
Yeah, and Kanye.
I you know what? Here's where I'm gonna give you my honest opinion.
Okay, let's do it.
I couldn't fuck with Kanye shit. I couldn't do it, and I know sonically. Now I'm thinking as a motherfucking producing engineer, got the shit sounding. Everything just sounds like stadium music, but it's like I just couldn't. I couldn't get past like number 7 or 8. I was like, nigga,
I couldn't really get past 4.
Thank you.
So you did better than me. You be like, you did better than me. Because I felt like that too. But, you know, I also understand every artist have a whack album. Like, even your top 5s, you know what I'm saying? Because Nas had a whack album. Like, I really feel like Nostradamus was trash. But that's not going to make me, but he had dope albums after that. You know what I'm saying? That's just for an example. But, you know,
like here's the thing. Now, not to cut you off, now it's like, if motherfuckers didn't get Kanye did all that shit he did to be number 1 on streams and album sales, whatever, you know, streams count as album sales now. But it's like he did all that listening party and all that type of shit, going viral, playing GDs at the door, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that nigga was fucking selling merch and had appetizers for like $100 and shit. He was making his money other ways, which goes back to what you were saying. We gotta find other ways to pimp this shit.
But since he said whatever he said about Drake, and it's going back and forth, and then Drake leaked his song that he did with Andre 3000 that's not on the album, which I felt like
it's crazy.
I felt like that shit.
A lot of people got left off the album.
Yeah.
Like DaBaby.
Yeah.
Like Soulja Boy, a few other artists.
Whatever about okay. But yeah, you know, but it happens. If you get left off the album, all right, cool. But if you got paid, even if you didn't get paid, if you didn't feel a certain way about Kanye, why are you in your feelings? Because you know that nigga gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? Don't all this, don't wait.
And I think it's good marketing. Like, people get so butthurt about certain things when they're not even checking out for the opportunity is provided. Because even though Andre 3000 allegedly got left off, not everybody's talking about that shit. Even though Soulja Boy felt some type of way, but now niggas is checking with Soulja Boy again because of that situation. It's great marketing, I think. They should maximize this opportunity.
Soulja Boy, I feel like, is dope at marketing in itself.
Yes.
Do we think he's
the king of it?
Do we think he's the greatest rapper? No.
Hell no.
Do we think he's a good?
But he's great for the culture, though. I like him.
Great for the culture, and you know the niggas say he the first at everything, and somehow always backs that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
He got great moments, like even with his verses with Bow Wow. I love the fact that he brought Romeo on the fucking stage.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was epic.
Yeah,
I really did.
And it is, man. So you know, it's really about just marketing and getting your shit. Now, if you got enough money to market your shit, you gonna get streams, you gonna get whatever. So it's just so many ways. Like it's crazy. Like nobody gives a fuck about going viral no more now. How the fuck do you not even go viral no more? Everybody's checking everything out. You know what I'm saying? But you only got this much space to capitalize off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what Kanye did. This motherfucker said, hey, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm finna rent out the Mercedes-Benz arena. Motherfuckers think that's motherfucker. I'm finna live in the Mercedes-Benz arena for about a month. And motherfuckers think it's crazy
forgetting this nigga's a billionaire. Like, nigga, I can do that.
Yeah. See, that's that Gemini shit. We the best. Like, what?
Cut that out.
That's that Gemini shit. Shout out to Virgos. So I think, you know, because it's y'all season.
Yeah, we make that better. Nah. But
I was raised by a Virgo. Y'all crazy.
Mr. Reality.
I don't know. Y'all something special.
Mr. Reality said on here, he's another Gemini. That's Mr. Reality said is the one that I told you that was part of the crew digging him down, and him and Andre is the motherfuckers that started it, and then he started rapping, freestyling, and all that shit, and looked at me, and Position came on my mouth, and that's where Position started.
Yes, and I like how you got the Z and all of that. Yeah, this conversation is amazing. Like, I'm really having a great time with you, talking about the culture, talking about your career. Yeah. You know, I'm such a fan now. And shout out, like I said, shout out to Bernie, uniquely coordinated for even making this possible, because it never fails, especially with this one. I mean, we talked about everything here, and it's like I don't even know where else to go, so and I don't want to keep you on here too long, because I do got some things I want to tend to. But before we end this live, is there any other shout outs that, or things that we may have missed? Any shout outs to any producers, especially those who worked on Changing Faces? Anything that you feel like you left out? Is the opportunity to plug that in.
Shout out to Bernadette one more time. Shout out to my sister that's actually on here right now. Only one, Kiana Ramos, who actually helps make my merchandise, my t-shirts, my mask, all that shit.
I need a t-shirt.
Right. Hey, Kiana, you heard her.
Yes. Hit my DMs. I need a t-shirt ASAP though. I need to come to Cali, because I don't know, I'm really feeling y'all, like, not even just, I'm always feeling Cali, like that's I would never, but I'm just talking about the gangster, the unity right now that's going on, that vibe that's going on over there right now.
As long as you with the right,
I want to smell it.
Yeah, as long as you with the right people, and that's anywhere you go. Like, you can go to a city or a state and be like, man, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But when you fucking with the right people, then you go. As long as they make you feel at home, you know what I'm saying? That's what I say. But definitely back to the shout out to the people who helped mix the album, because I produced the whole album on Changing Faces. So shout out to the homie Jimmy Casillas, Jimbo mixed it. Shout out to the homie Wise that mixed it. And, I mixed a couple tracks on there myself. She said, the homegirl said, can't wait till the borders open. That's my people in New Zealand and shit.
Yeah, shout out to New Zealand. Just real quick, are y'all right over there?
I don't know.
Put a 100 or 1 or something.
Yeah.
Just to let me know that y'all be all right. He will be in Brooklyn. Oh, you coming to New York though? September 18th. Yeah, we got a link.
I will definitely be there at that motherfucker.
Yes, and I'm gonna come on time, Bernie. I promise you. I had a lot going on that day, the last event, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna be there with bells on. Hell yeah, we definitely got a vibe, yo. We definitely gotta do that.
Definitely come through, because it's gonna be a vibe. I don't know if you drink, but
yeah, I drink.
Yeah.
I drink.
All right, well, I'm back to having a few glasses here and there. I'm not gonna drink like I used to. I used to kill bottles by myself. So now,
I gotta slow down too. Like, and I'm having a lot of interviews. Like, I just interviewed Havoc from Mobb Deep, and he, I had a whole drinking game ready for him and shit like that, and he don't drink no more either. And I gotta slow that down too, because I don't want to end up the chick on the couch, and then I got Quaaludes up my ass. I can't be doing that out here in the streets.
Be like, I really can't. I saw Bill Cosby.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I had a dick in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Like,
I didn't know what the hell what that was.
right.
That's tequila. Blame it on the alcohol. So, you know, I gotta slow down with that shit too.
Yeah, nah, I'm definitely, you know, one of those that like to kick it. So when we see you there, we definitely gonna chill out and have fun and shit.
Yes, I can't wait for that. Yes. Bernadette, please keep me posted on that location, everything like that. I'm gonna do the blog. I'm gonna write a blog about it, and we're gonna make that thing pop.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I just appreciate this. Oh, is there anything else? I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, you know, just I was still about to roll out with like, man, shout out everybody that was a part of the album. You know, Crazy Bone, Marley Charlena, Rocky Rock, Kane, Family Affair, Lady Smoker, and Mr. Shadow, which the single again drops on the 24th of this month. And thank you for having this interview with me and making this interview fun as fuck. Thank you.
Yes, it was so fun. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you guys in person. And shout out to the whole West Coast. Shout out to Watts. You know, the way California moving, we probably have another 92. Son, watch riots, and I hope so, because if that happens, I'm out there with y'all. Like, I'm gonna have everything. I'm out there fighting, throwing bows. Everything is on. I'm telling you. And I hope the rest of this nation, the rest of this country follows suit. I think California is gonna be the new leaders for this revolution, because I see it already. I really do. I'm proud of y'all.
Salute Bone Thugs and Harmony as always.
Yes.
Position of power. You know, we just moving. That's what we on.
Yes. And thank you so much. And I really appreciate you, and I can't wait to link up, okay?
All day we on.
Yes. Bye.
Bernadette, salute.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I mean, are you kidding me? That was amazing. Like I said, shout out to, I'm really digging you West Coast motherfuckers. Like, I'm really digging the whole pride. Y'all got a lot going over there with the fires. Stop fucking ashing your blunts in the woods. Y'all need to slow that shit down. Nah, all jokes. Shout out to everybody who's going through it out there. Shout out to everybody who's rising out of there. I feel like the way y'all moving is so gangster, and I want to be a part of that shit, yo. I really do. I really feel like California is going to lead the revolution, because I see it in your attitude, your demeanor. Mainstream media is not going to talk to the rest of the country about that shit, but trust me, I got ears to the ground. I hear that shit all the way from the East Coast, you know. So yes, once again, shout out to Uniquely Coordinated for orchestrating this dope ass interview. It was such an eventful night. You know, it's never a dull moment, and I'm really proud of you, girl. Keep out there busting this industry open, providing opportunities for these dope ass artists. I salute you, and I want to give you your flowers. I also want to shout out everybody who was tuning in with us and talking y'all shit in the comment section. Y'all the real MVPs of tonight, and I really appreciate y'all. And if you are his fans and you just getting in tune with me, please go follow me and all of that. And if you my people's just getting in tune with Position, because he got the position, go follow him, go stream his shit, go hard on his platforms where they need a break. Yeah. Yes, I feel real grateful and real elevated. I'm really vibrating high right now, and I'm really grateful for that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Live at Radio with yours truly, Cha Cha Mystique. And if you are watching this interview on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button as much as possible. If you are streaming this on any other platform, because this will be streamed on all platforms starting Friday, please go subscribe, go like, go leave a comment. Even if you didn't like it, put that thumbs down too, because that's only activating more of my engagement. So thank you. Yeah, I love the hate too. I need that shit too. You know, you need the rain just as much as you need the sunshine, because how else we gonna motherfucking grow? Right? Right. Yeah. Thank you for another awesome night. See you later.